Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to a new edition of the Sports Shop 27. I'm your host, Jermaine Coulter. And to my far right, I got my main man, KJ, Kevin Johnson. And in the middle, today's special guest, we got a former Gamecock in the house. This guy went to Scotts Branch High School, played quarterback, won the state champion in track and field, then went on and ran track for the Carolina Gamecocks. He's a military guy right now. It's part of one of the dopest car clubs in South Carolina, changing lanes. All right. Today's special guest, we got Shimari. Junious. What's going on, baby?
What's up, man? I'm glad to be on the show.
Hey, man, it's glad to have you, man. For the people that don't know you, let them know where you're from and a little bit about your background, SJ.
So I'm from Summerton, South Carolina. Right there next to Manning. You still don't know, like by Sumter. Um, Graduated from Scotts Branch High School, class of 2015. Graduated valedictorian. Played basketball, football, ran track. I went to USC, got my degree in IT, also in the Air Force Reserves as well. I guess I'll just wait, talk about more so like what I do on the side. I don't want to say too much.
Okay. KJ, your mic is muted. There you go.
Y'all can hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I was asking, what age you start playing sports, and what sport was your first love?
I started playing. The first sport I ever started playing was, I said, basketball. I was in 5th grade, and I started football 6th grade. So I think my favorite sport from then all the way still to this day was football. I really enjoy going out there playing it. From little league, middle school, high school, everything. But I pretty much played it all. And to say I was pretty decent in track, I hated that. I disliked that one the most.
That was the one you got the scholarship in.
Yeah, well, you got. Hey, you got something though.
Yeah,
man. So that was
talk about your community a little bit. Talk about the city of Summerton. The neighborhoods that you grew up in. The people in your community. What it was like growing up in Summerton at your age.
Okay, so when I'm growing up, small town, everybody knows everybody. You go to school with people, you know their mama, daddy, you know where they stay at, everything. Most of my teachers I had taught my mama, so they already know who I was and stuff like that. My family members. Yeah. I would say my school, not even the school, the whole school district was probably 97% black. So
okay.
But
all right.
It's pretty tight knit community, I would say.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Hey, so growing up as a kid, what pro athletes you looked up to on television back then?
So I had a cousin, he was 4 years older than me. So when I was in middle school, them boys they won the state championship 3 years in a row.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I'm going to high school. I'm trying to win it too. He had a couple scholarships. He ended up playing football at USC. So that's why I kind of grew up I just like USC everything. Mm-hmm. Shirts, everything, going to the games. So he's really the reason why, I even chose USC.
Nice, man.
Yeah, cool. All right. So did any of your parents participate in any sports when they were younger? Your
my
mom,
dad,
father?
Yeah, my dad actually played baseball for South Carolina State.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I know he kind of felt some type of way because I started playing. I tried out for baseball one time. I probably lasted like a week out there. I could do everything except for hit the ball, and I was like, I'm not going out like that.
All right.
What was they throwing? Curveballs or regular pitch?
I ain't even before they even been throwing anything. I was like, I can't do this. This is not for me. I ain't even about to waste my time. Let me go ahead and focus on track.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
part of the spring sports. Yeah. So you gave up baseball. Your next sport was football, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So talk about that. What position did you play? Growing up playing football.
Yeah, starting out. Yeah.
So Rick, just everybody playing little running back for your size. Middle school, I was more so like wide receiver. And then my 8th grade year, I had to go to quarterback, and I didn't like going. I didn't like playing quarterback at the time because like getting the snap. Once you fumble that snap, you're to blame for everything.
Yeah, you better not drop it, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So and then even like when I was playing basketball, like I said I'm real good on defense and stuff like that. Then I could jump real good. So even like going back to football in high school, I played receiver freshman year to junior year. Then senior year, they wanted to throw me back at quarterback again.
Dang, man.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So talk about basketball a little bit. What was your your feel for basketball? What position you played there?
so like that's why I would say like we had a position called like we would play on like on the wing, like cause kind of like shooting guard, small forward. Like I said, I could go in the paint, jump with some of the bigger defenders. Also, when I was in middle school, like I could have shoot threes and stuff. I'd be in the corner waiting, and it's like high school. I ain't even used to shoot like that. Like everybody, like you better, like you used to could have shoot, and I was like, man, I always felt like basketball. Y'all ain't about to blame me for nothing. Like close game, like say we score tied. I ain't even want to take my shot. You got it. Y'all ain't about to come at me saying, man, you made us lose.
Yeah, it's cool though.
Yeah.
But
So
I guess,
talk about.
even with
Go ahead.
basketball, I actually got to play against a couple of good athletes. When I was in high school, we played against John Morant. He was right there in Crestwood.
Yeah,
I
man.
got to play against him for like 2-3 years.
Yeah. So was this game like it was in like how you playing on the pro level? Is it?
So my senior year, he was a sophomore, I think. So he was shorter than. He still had the handles, everything like that. He gonna get a bucket.
Mm-hmm.
But like after I graduated, he grew, like he had hit a growth spurt out there trying to dunking on people and stuff.
Yeah, man. Nice.
Everybody coming from these small cities, everybody he's good. He go to college, but you would never think like, okay, like in a couple years he's about to be like one of the main faces in the league.
Yeah, man, for real. Yeah, he took off.
So he a great athlete, man. He like the new Iverson right now.
Yeah, for real.
So growing up, you said that your cousin was one of your main people that you looked up to. Was there anybody on your team that you really like, kind of look up to as well, that before you, like grades ahead of you at the time, that you really try to model your game after?
Not really, because like I would say like that cousin, he was 4 years older than me. I had another cousin also 4 years older than me. Them boys played together. They're quarterback, running back. So I grew up, like looking at them. So even like people a grade or two ahead of me, it's always like a competition. Like, trash talk, be in class, be like, man, I'm about to be the starting running back or whatever. Or even like my 10th grade year, I'd be like, I'm leading the team in the most interceptions, and I'm in the 10th grade. So what are y'all like? Just competition like that.
Yeah.
Okay, how many picks you had in your 10th grade year?
Honestly, I can't even remember exactly. Coming from small school, it's hard getting footage. Like you really can get what you can.
All right.
So, but I know at the time, you remember like I know I had won this game, two that game. How much you had? Talking to other people. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So, who was the competition, man, in high school in the area? Who was the competition? It kind of gave y'all a hard time.
So in football, like we were 1A. So most of the schools like in the area like that, they were bigger than us. Mm-hmm. So like 3A, like across town rivals, man high, 3A school. Mm-hmm. Like they give us, of course they got them big fellas blocking and defense and stuff like that. But basketball, we used to get them boys trouble.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's when we get them boys trouble.
Yeah, yes. So y'all get us some football, but we'll see.
Oh yeah, football, you got it. Basketball season, the trophy coming with us.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all had those big Christmas tournaments as well?
Yeah, basketball season we used to play at Lake Marion. That was one of the tournaments we used to always go to each year.
Okay. And y'all took the trophy home every year when you was in school?
Not in Christmas tournament, but like, we had like the trophy for the county, whatever like that. That's the trophy we used to play for. But also, my sophomore year when I was, played varsity, I played on the against that's when Lake Marion had Dariante Jenkins, Mike Williams, who was the wide receiver for the Chargers. Everybody on that team was at least 6'6", and I think that year the Boys only lost one game.
Word.
Everybody on the team is 6'6".
Everybody on the starting point guard 6'6". 6'6".
What?
Like, what can we do?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's in high school.
Shout out to Brian Bullock for tuning in.
Dang.
Yep. Appreciate it, Brian. So talk about going in. You're in high school. Talk about your freshman year. Did you start it right away? Did you play JV, B team, or high school or varsity?
So like I say, I'm a 1A school, so all we got is varsity. And my freshman year, it was only 3 freshmen on the team. So we used to get it all the time from the upperclassmen, everything like that. So it's like, and the 3 freshmen, we all played different positions. So I was a running back. We had another one that was on the line, then another that's a tight end. So everybody played different positions. So it's like, the upperclassmen are gonna try to come at you at practice, but it kind of makes you better going against that competition at a young age. So you already experienced how varsity is. So 10th, 11th grade, 12th grade, you'll be ready for it.
That's right.
That's what's up. So in your own conference, who was your biggest rival? Was it Manning or was it somebody else?
No, so Manning was in our conference. I'm trying to think. In our conference, I would probably say the school called Shimari, if you ever heard of them. Maybe it's in Greenville. But in our conference, we used to play schools like Shimari, East Clarendon, Carvers Bay, Hemingway, Hannah Pampico, and Timminsville.
Okay. So how y'all doing in football playoffs?
Football playoff. I think our best year probably like our junior year. Our main problem, we ain't had nobody on the line to block. Like smaller schools trying to get bodies and stuff out there. Everybody wants to be skilled players.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
What about basketball? How y'all doing in the playoffs?
Basketball, we was pretty decent, but I tell people this: even basketball and football, I had a different coach every single year of high school for both sports. So, that's kind of hard too, like trying to adjust this playbook, that playbook. And me, like my senior year, I wasn't even expecting to play quarterback. I came in wide receiver. I was like, this is my senior year. I'm trying to do this, do that.
Yeah.
Wanted to start the quarterback. He ended up transferring. So they was like wondering, okay, well, they said, okay, they pointed at me. I knew everything, knew where everybody's supposed to be. So why not put me at quarterback? So it was a big adjustment for me. Going like this, I'm just so used to catching the ball. Now I gotta make sure I'm throwing it, staying in the pocket, trusting the pockets and things like that.
Get calls, yeah.
Oh yeah, like even in the middle of the game, oh no, you're supposed to go this way. You blocked the wrong person. So
he let you audible and everything too.
Oh,
he let you take control? Was he a coach to take control?
Oh, it was sometimes that I'd be like, okay, well, we just ran this play. How about we run the same play again and I keep it up and like I feel like they're gonna cheat down. A couple times it worked, and so
okay.
They kind of like he trusted me as well. So
that's good, man. That's good. Good coach to play for when they trust you.
Yeah. So what type of offense did you run when you played quarterback?
Shotgun. What?
So my first year we ran the double tight wing T offense, kind of like the Navy, running it down your throat.
Ooh.
Everything you already know we going left or right with.
Oh my God.
Then we got another coach my sophomore year. Then we went to a spread offense. We mostly threw.
Okay.
And then my junior year, we kind of like mixed it up here and there. And then my senior year wing T offense. So it's kind of like basically like maybe my freshman year, but we threw the ball more. So it's kind of like I get the like option and keeping it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So what was your favorite route to throw?
My favorite route to throw?
Probably that deep ball.
Man, I really didn't have a favorite route. I'm just so like you only got a couple seconds, like just trying to see what's open. Like I really didn't have a favorite, but I had a favorite play. Everybody tell you on my team, like I'm gonna keep it, I'm gonna run with it.
Yeah.
That sound like you, man. I saw some of your highlights, man, and you was keeping it, you was tucking it, and you taking it the distance, man. So I was gonna ask you, what was your favorite team to play against? You knew you was gonna get points. You knew you was gonna run it up. You knew your team was gonna be excited.
So I had two favorite teams I wanted to play against. My first team was Man and High, Crosstown Robbers. I had cousins same grade as me. You know, we talking trash throughout the day to each other, be like, okay, like, you know, these people in front of the community, you already know that game is going to be like packed. Everybody, their mother is going to be there. So it's like going against. I got a picture in my phone with me going to my cousin. He trying to tackle me. So it's like something like that. You forever. But then, and then secondly, I like playing like Burt because I always hear about Burt, like their fans. They have like these super high dedicated fans. You know, if they lose, they're gonna try to shake your bus. So we ended up, that was like the first win my senior year. You know, we beat them at their home.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as the game over, we didn't even shake their hands. Everybody like, get on the bus. We had to have the police out there escorting everybody on the bus.
Wow. Yeah. Man, that's great. So talk about the homecomings, man. How was the homecomings? Who y'all usually play for homecomings?
For homecomings, I remember we either playing like East Clarendon or Shimari. And, you know, they're real close, like they're probably like 20 minutes from us. And we had this thing called like the vocational center where you could take like culinary arts, automotives, things like that. So it's like everybody in the county comes to that building. So it's like, okay, I had a close friend that actually played for East Clarendon, and you know, it just like it helps build a hype for that game, knowing that you're gonna go against somebody that you actually know.
Yeah.
Like homecoming I feel like my high school is 1A, it was real small, but I put our homecoming like tailgate up against everybody. Like I like it college takes. Like
that's what's up.
It's like an exciting environment.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you get an opportunity to play in any All-Star games coming out of high school?
So I got nominated to the North South All-Star game my senior year. So you know they have like the roster spots and everything like that. So the big conflict, it was like, okay, should we put him in? If we're gonna put him in, my coach had to submit me as an athlete because I already told him I'm not trying to go out there and play no quarterback out there. You know, I'm trying to be the wide receiver.
Okay.
And it was between me. It was me and the same dude I played against East Clarendon. They was trying to figure out, you know, who was going to be the last pick, all that kind of stuff. But then someone ended up getting hurt as well. So,
okay. Nice. Did you enjoy? Did y'all win the game?
Yeah.
So what all?
Yeah, I might say it is fun seeing all these, people going to this school, getting scholarships here, all that kind of,
Okay. Yeah, I was going to ask. You just play wide receiver? Did you play any other positions?
Nah, I didn't. I played, I played some defense as well, even with football. So I played quarterback, wide receiver, safety. I played offensive defense, and then I also played long snapper for punt. So I had number 2. So when you see number 2 line up in long snap, you think it's a trick play. But small school, people got to play all type of positions. Yeah, we had an offensive lineman. He was the kicker for the kickoff team.
Wow.
So,
Dang. He was booting that thing, ain't it?
Yeah.
Right.
So, was there any competition out there though on the All-Star game? Was it what you thought it was going to be? Was it?
I might say you thinking you're the best player on your team, and it's you going meeting up with people who's the best player on their teams as well. So it's kind of, I mean, I wouldn't say necessarily a humbling experience, but it's it's like shows you that you got to put work in, and everything's not gonna be easy. It might just be easy for you just coming from your specific high schools.
Yeah, that's true. I got you.
So now that they knew that you played football, basketball, and you went to the All-Star game, let's talk about track a little bit. Did that, rumor translate on the football field? Hey, this guy right here, a state champion, and track, he fast. We got to watch out for him. What was it like? What were people saying to you about your scouting report at the time?
So I went to look like. Only reason I even started running track because like playing football, the football coach, he was the athletic director. He was like, if you're
Got the
gonna play
speed.
football, you better run track so you can be in condition.
Mm-hmm.
So my freshman year, I was like, man, okay, what can I do? So they had me doing the 800, the 1 mile, and the 2 mile in the long distance. You know, I hated the 2 mile. You know, by the time you run the 2 mile, everybody having fun, laughing, playing. You know, at the track meet. But I ended up going to Lower State my freshman year. So it was like, okay, well, you know, I might get to take it serious a little, you know. And then I was like, well, I'm already running. My sophomore year, we went to state and we lost. We came in 3rd place in the 4x4. And then we won it junior senior year. My senior year, I feel like it was all love, man. Like that whole year, I already knew we was going to win state, and especially in the 4x4. We only lost 1 race my whole senior year. We ran against Sumter High, all Crestwood, Lakewood, all these big schools. And the team that beat us was Woodland. And they won the championship that year for 2A as well. So like we see them boys at the state meet at Spring Valley. We got them boys up. We was like, hey, we already know what we about to do. We might as well bring it home.
There you go.
Hey, did y'all have a track meet in college? Like being in high school, did y'all have a track meet?
Yeah. So like when I
college facility.
Yeah, like when you were in high school, you know they had track meets, but sometimes I get to travel to a university to have a track meet.
Yeah, so we never got to run at a university or college or anything. We ran at this big meet in Somerville. I think it was at Somerville High School. I forgot the name of it. It was like a lot of teams from Florida and stuff out there as well. So it kind of give you like I guess idea of all the different competition out there in the area
that
and what you
understand.
But I feel like being like running track in South Carolina kind of can set you back. Like once you get to the collegiate level, because once you get into college, you got to run indoor track. South Carolina doesn't have that. So my first time running indoor track, it was like I was like I never experienced anything like that ever. So it was like brand new to me. Like all we got is outdoor. Then they kind of explained it to us like, okay, well indoor you got to run 2 laps. So we didn't get a chance to practice it. So it was like you got to learn in the moment.
Man. Wow. How was it breathing? Could you breathe good? Being indoor versus outside, you know what I'm saying?
The breathing, everything was fine, but it's like once you get going around that corner on the bank track, it's like you kind of like feel like you about to fall over because you're not used to it, so you don't know how to hold your body up or anything.
Oh wow! Okay, first time hearing that. Wow.
Yeah.
What other struggles you had in high school that you overcame that you really said, you know what, you know, I fought through this and I really, you know what I'm saying, excel and hit another level?
Like just going, like preparing me for college.
Yeah.
So going off of that, I would say like in high schools, yeah, if you got a mindset like we ain't losing no race. My senior year, I was like, I go to practice and like, what I need this for? I'm like, we already good. Like I might say we might as well stick to what we're doing. Came to college, man, I had to learn the hard way. You can't eat certain things before you go to practice. Everything is different. I'm out there freshman year. I'm in the calf eating rice, chicken, all that kind of stuff. Get to practice throwing it up.
Oh yeah.
Because running it so hard.
I
can't do that no more. Like competition in college is way different. Like in high school, say you run a 400 and in high school a 50 something is fast for dudes. In high school, like championship type stuff. In college, them boys running like 43s, 44s. Long, like they're 6'4", 6'5", long strides. So you got to work even harder.
What was your workout regimen like? You lift a lot of weights, just did a lot of stretching, or like what type of workout did you guys have to do?
Kind of mixed up each day. Like started out, they're gonna make us run like a mile or 2 warming up, and we come and do like some sprints, and then jog in between. Like you might run 100, then walk 100, run 200, or you might go on the field and start pushing the weights on the field, kind of get that and build that explosion. So it was like something different all the time.
Okay.
But we also lifted every day after practice also.
All right. So let me ask you, in your recruiting process, I know you said you grew up a Carolina Gamecock fan.
Mhm.
So talk about other schools that were looking at you, other offers that you got.
So the whole thing, like I had scholarships for football. Like I said, that was my favorite sport. So I had like out of state in my mindset. I already knew I didn't want to go out of state schools, Illinois, all that kind of stuff. If I actually was serious, I think I would. If I had a choice, I would probably would have played football for Coastal. But growing up USC, I was like, you know what? I don't care what I got to do. I'm trying to go play football for USC. I used to go to the games. Um, I was in contact with one of the coaches on the staff, Eric Sands. Um, so I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna come to USC. I don't care. I'm gonna try to walk on the team. But then, I got to USC. I met with my he was my roommate at the time, Yahanse. So we both ran the track freshman year together. I was the mid distance, he was the sprinter. So we be doing that, but in my mind, I was like, I still want to play football though. So,
Okay.
they had a walk on tryouts. Even before track season started, I was like, I want to go. I want to do the walk on tryouts whenever they have it in the spring.
So
And
you did that, and what happened?
I did. So I did that. He told me not to do it. I did that, and it got back to the coaches, and they was upset about it. They were so upset about that. So
Yeah, I've been hearing that a lot of kids that get scholarships for one particular sport, and they try to try out for another
uh,
sport because that's what they used to do. The coaches that recruited them get upset. Why is that?
because
Just for injury purposes?
say you get hurt, now you can't even play that sport that you supposed to be playing because you got hurt in another sport. And they
Okay,
made that rule. Like we used to play intramural sports as well, but we had one of the players got hurt from intramural sports and was out for the season. It's kind of like
okay,
that could have been prevented also.
yeah, yeah. So when you got to Carolina, who was the athlete, the coach, or the student that welcomed you to Carolina? They basically took you around, show you where everything was, made you felt like home.
So my like I said, my cousin before, he was on his last semester, the last season of football season that fall
Hmm.
15. That was his last season. He was graduating that December. So when I came in, I was like, I got a cousin on the football team. I'm like, look, I'm about to be with him. He gonna show me everything to do, this and that. So like, I would see him in the athletes cafeteria, be like, what's up? Which just trying to get the hang of stuff, and he, take me around. That's what really introduced me to some of the football players around there at the time, because he came in with the class with Shamir Jeffrey, Shamir Jeffrey, Jadavion Clowney, like the class of 2011.
Okay, yeah, that's what's up, man. I'm trying to figure. KJ said I didn't see him come back up.
Yeah,
And
he
there
did.
he is.
All
Yeah,
right, there we go.
yep. So we were just talking about his recruitment process and the guys that welcomed him to Carolina when he got there, and he was just talking about his cousin and the people who actually showed him around campus.
Okay.
So talk. Go ahead, KJ.
Yeah, did you ask him about what was the reason he went? Why he ran track for the Gamecocks?
Yeah, I asked him why he chose Carolina over every other school,
Oh,
and
okay.
SJ, tell him why you picked Carolina.
Because like I said before, I grew up, everything was Carolina, everything USC, all that kind of stuff. So it's like, and it was a funny story. Like I said, I was valedictorian in high school, so it's like you apply for schools. The first school I got accepted to was Clemson. So it's like I grew up all this USC stuff. I was like, ain't no way I'm going to go to Clemson.
Oh man, come on.
Yeah, I was saying, ain't no way. And then my mom, parents, all this like, it's a good school, engineering, this and that.
There you
I
go.
was like,
There you go.
but I just can't do it. And it's like I never even like visited the college or anything. It's just like I already knew like I didn't want to go there.
Oh,
Your
because
heart was already set.
Because I already knew
Gamecocks.
I
Yeah,
want to go to
sounds good.
USC. That's it.
All right.
I can't switch up on them.
Yeah, that's what's up,
It
man.
was like a dream for you to play for Carolina, to be
Hey, yeah,
honest.
bro. Like I couldn't imagine being from a small town and going to be like, okay, then you play for you D1 school in the SEC. Like big like big conference and stuff like that. It's like first time like I'm getting my gear. I was like, I'm so happy. I don't see here recording it, posting it. I was like, oh yeah, I'm official now. This coming from a small town with like not even probably 100 people in my high school graduating class. So it's like coming from school West.
Hey, that's big, man.
Yeah.
I know how you feel. For real. Same here.
Yeah. So talk about the excitement your parents had. Did they used to come to your games, all your family? Did they come to the away meets and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like my biggest, like when I was younger, my biggest supporter is my grandma. When we used to play like in middle school, basketball, football, she'd come to all the home games, away games. She would be at every basketball game. She knew all my teammates' names. You hear in the stands yelling, all that type of stuff.
Number one fan.
Yeah, I'm telling you, she would be at all the games. Like my mama had to work. I already know my grandma was gonna be there, all that kind of stuff. And then going off of like a lot of like I said, it was a small town, so everybody already knew, who you are. If you're a good athlete and stuff like that, they're gonna record, send pictures, talk to your parents like, your son did so good last night. This and that, I'm, so proud of him. So it's like, it's really like close to me. I actually enjoyed it more that everybody is, cheering you on, like hoping that you do good.
That's right. Yeah. Hey, so what kind of
you go ahead.
Yeah, what kind of music you was listening to, man, before the track meets? You get your set up, get you in that game mode.
So like I don't even sometimes I be listening to like all mixed stuff, like a mixture of different stuff. Some people listen to hype music, get you right.
That's right, man.
I'm in there even before the games or anything. I'm listening to anything. I listen to rap, R&B. It could be anything. I was like, okay, if it could be my favorite song at the time, I just listen to it.
Yeah.
Like getting ready, getting in the zone. Like I know they're going over. Like I know what I got to do.
That's right.
Also, my senior year, Lower State track meet was hosted at our school, and right before the meet, I had got an accident, a car accident. So I was like, man, I wasn't even going to run. I wasn't going to run. I was going to go home, and then something tell me, just go ahead and do it. Just go ahead, finish it out. You only got 2 more meets, Lower State and State. Why would I stop here? And if I didn't like continue to do that, I wouldn't even have a ring, to this day. It's like give you bragging rights. My cousins that play football, they wanted it football. So I was like, okay, I got a ring in track. Then after me, I got a cousin that won the championship in basketball. All of us from the same school. So everybody got their own championships of different sports as well.
That's what's up, man.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
What's your favorite pregame meal?
Oh yeah.
So football, they always used to cook for us like rice, baked chicken, green beans. That was the meal before every game. Away game, home game, anything, they're gonna feed us. So basketball season, you go out, get whatever. I say I just go to Zaxby's or something like something. There ain't much to choose from. Go to Zaxby's, grab something to eat, come back, joke around, chill with the teammate. But it's related to somebody there. So I had cousins played on the same team as me, everything. So
okay. And then college, what was your favorite meal game, pregame meal?
I really didn't have a favorite pregame meal, I would say.
What was your go-to?
Honestly, like I started liking Chipotle a lot because it's like healthy, grilled chicken, lettuce, and stuff like that. They ain't no too bad for you to sit on your stomach.
Okay.
Hey, so who was the competition in the SEC and track? Who was?
For my event, was running 400. So at the time, LSU was real good. Like their whole football fours, 6'4", 6'5", and up.
Wow.
So they already got the stride. So you gotta work even harder.
You got to catch up, buddy.
Yeah, well, I feel like LSU that around there, it was real good.
Wow. Yeah, I believe that.
Did you run against anybody that qualified for the Olympics?
Now I didn't run against anybody, but at the time, like Actually, one of my old teammates, he actually was on the USA team. He was a thrower. Josh Awatunde.
Okay.
Yeah. So I like seeing stuff like that. He's like, I was on the same team as him, and now he's in the USA Olympics.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up,
Yeah.
man.
Real.
Well, congratulations on having a solid career in high school, getting the ring, winning the state championship a couple times, and then going to the SEC from a small 1A school. So, what is SJ up to nowadays? Life after college.
Oh yeah.
So right now I'm in the Air Force Reserves. On the side I take pictures as well. Like in the car club. Have a little fun on the weekends, things like that. All just right. Hanging out, chilling. I actually have a job in my career field as well. IT.
Okay, that's good, man. How did you come across taking photography? What made you pick up the camera?
It was like random. I was at my dad's house one day, and I who can this like his head? So I was like, "You mind if I borrow it?" So I got like take pictures of myself, and I was like, "You know what? I might make this a hobby, trying to learn it, and start taking pictures. They can make money for you, like a little side hustle."
Yeah,
that's good. That's good. For anybody out there that's looking to take pictures, do prom, weddings, anniversaries, how do they can get in contact with you?
So right now I have an Instagram page set up for my photography. Is _SJ.shots. My next step, I need to start making business cards so I can have them on me, pass out.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay.
You do it for sporting events as well, like
yeah. So my first time doing a sporting event, I had my cousin who played basketball. She hit me up, was like, "Hey, can you come to my game and record me?" So I was like, "All right, I might as well, try it out, And then I started doing it from there. People hit me up. I see you did this video. Can you do one for me? I'll take pictures here and there. So
good work.
You do the editing yourself as well, right?
Yeah. So with the photography side, I had someone kind of coaching me through it. But like with the videos, like everything I've done with videos, I kind of taught myself. So I would go on YouTube and try to figure out how to do this or just play around with certain effects.
Okay.
Shoot, man, we might have to bring him on the road with us, man. You know what I'm saying?
Sir. Yeah. So you do notary too, right, SJ?
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah. I actually just started doing that maybe in the last month or two. Okay. I'm a notary for the state of South Carolina. I also recently started helping do some like real estate.
Yeah.
I'm the project manager for this company that my profile, he's like the founder and on it, and I kind of came in under helping him, and then he started showing me the ropes of it as well.
All right, that's what's up, man. You also are part of a fraternity. Let everybody know which chapter you represent.
I'm part of the best fraternity in the world. Kappa Alpha Psi. Plays there at University of South Carolina, Zeta Epsilon chapter, spring 17.
All right, cool.
Hey, any message for the youth, man? They might want to, follow your footsteps one day.
Let's see. It's a lot. I always tell like my little cousin, just it might seem hard now, just kind of like just stay strong, keep going. Cause like with me, I look at it as there's always people looking up to you, especially from small towns. They like, okay, you can make it out. You really can make it out. Like seeing all these other people come from these small towns, you're like, you have to put in work regardless. Yeah, you have to put in work, but your life it can maybe change your life overnight.
Yeah, man. For real.
Yeah,
there you go.
Like just like for every kid be seeing John Moran on TV, and it probably started with him just going out playing basketball, shooting around in his backyard, getting his shots up, and that goes with everything. Going to track, going at practicing your breathing techniques, football, whatever position you play, you got your techniques, everything you do.
That's right, man. And have a good work ethic. That's right.
So before we head out, you got any shout outs to any like former coaches, family members, friends, classmates, club members, anything like that?
I got a lot of people to shout out. Like you said, all my teammates, even at USC freshman year, it was everything. Everything was love. The boys welcome us as freshmen. It wasn't even like you would think, oh, freshmen, now nobody talking to you, all that kind of stuff. Like we would go out and hang out outside of practice, with the car club. I'm one of the youngest ones, so they like it's kind of like a brotherhood. They come embrace you. It's a family. Anything go wrong, I know everybody they got my back. And my cousins, some of the ones I grew up with playing sports, I still hang out with to this day. And I also forgot to mention, I even had a cousin transfer to USC from Claflin. He started running track as well my freshman year.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe one day we can get him on the show and he can talk about his journey as well.
For real.
Yeah. So we appreciate you coming on the show, SJ, man. You seem like you got everything lined up in life, man, and you're accomplishing goals and entrepreneur. You're 9 to 5. You're doing a little bit of everything, traveling the world. Man, we're glad for you to come on the show and share your wisdom and experience at such a young age. Is there any other special message you would like to give the world? What is your message to the world?
Yeah, man. What we're going through right now, for real.
It's a lot of stuff going on with the world, from the pandemic onto all violence and stuff going on. I would just say everybody just stay safe. Always be aware of your surroundings. It is like you could always be the wrong place at the wrong time as well. So like something may go on, it might not even be meant for you, but you never know. That is how the world is.
Yeah, that's true, man. Yeah. Talk.
Well, we appreciate the young wisdom, man. Thank you for coming on the show, AG. For everybody, SJ, for everybody that's been watching. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Sports Shop 27. I'm your host, Jermaine Coulter. I'd like to thank my co-host, my main man, Kevin Johnson, KJ, and also thank former Gamecock men's track and field and former Scotts Branch quarterback and state champion track and field, Shimari. All right. Until next time, you guys be safe. Just like SJ said, watch your surroundings, and it's not how you start, it's how you finish. All right. Until next time, you guys be safe and peace.
Congratulations, man. Keep going. Proud of you.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, SJ, man.